everybody, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome in English lesson with Ms Astri. Still related to the real life story. Mostly the real life story we found an idiom. What is the meaning of the idiom? We will try to find out later. Okay, that is why today our agenda are we are going to have some explanation from Ms Astri about 17 idioms that's mostly used in the story or in the daily life. Okay, and in the end of the lesson there are going to be exercise like usual, and in the middle of the lesson Ms Astri also will review the present and past tense, because this kind of tenses is used in the story or real life story. Get it? Now, in the end of the lesson, our target today is I want you to be able to investigate the origins of idiomatic phrase, and also I want you to be able to understand the past and present tenses from form of verbs. Get it? Nah, in the term 1, we have already learned about the idiom, everybody. Nah, in this term, we also learned the same idiom, but we have different kinds of idiom because there are so many idioms in the daily life. That is why I want to review again that an idiom is an expression of group of words whose meaning is completely different from the literal or actual meaning. The literal meaning of an idiom usually doesn't make sense. Which part that doesn't make sense? We will know after this. Now, the idiom can be almost impossible to understand unless you have learned or heard them before. So the only way for you to be able to use the idiom in your daily life or in your real life story is memorizing the idiom, and then memorizing the meaning, and also you're supposed to be able to put that in the sentence, everybody, so you will be more familiar with that. So your English also will be in a higher level than the other English, than your junior in P4 and P3, something like that. Alright, now to get ready with the idiom, I want you to open the English textbook page 104. You can pause this video while you take or you prepare for English textbook page 104. And don't forget to also prepare for English notebook, because Ms Astri will give you 17 idioms that will be used in a test later, as an online test, and also, yeah, in the other lesson as well. Okay, so better take a note of my explanation. You can pause the video while you are writing. Get it? Now, the first idiom we have is once in a blue moon. Alright, the meaning of once in a blue moon is rarely. The example, he visits us only once in a blue moon. This means rarely. Rarely means almost never, just like once or twice. That's once in a blue moon. Next, fought or fight to the nail. The meaning is fought very hard. This part, yeah, we already feel the something doesn't make sense at all, yeah, because the teeth, the tooth and the nail. Tooth is the part of our body, and the nail is the equipment made from the iron. How come they're fighting? Yeah, but that's only the idiom. The example of this is they fought tooth and nail to win the fight. Okay, next, chips on the shoulder. Doesn't mean you put a chips on your friend's shoulder, but this is angry about something that happened in the past. The example is the young man had a chip on his shoulder. For example, when you have already have something that hurt you in the past, you feel angry in the past, but you can still feel the feeling of angry, the feeling of disappointment in the past until now. That's what we call the chips on the shoulder. Now, this is the common idioms that is mostly people use in their daily life. Piece of cake, yeah, a task that was completely very easy. For example, when you're in dining hall and then you ask your friend, how was the English test previously? Wow, the English test was a piece of cake. That's really cool if you are able to speak in that way, yeah. And also cost an arm and leg, and you can directly say it, cost an arm and leg. cost an arm and leg, the meaning is was very expensive. For example, the new car cost an arm and leg. Alright? And then drive up to the wall. Doesn't mean you drive the car and then the car just climbing up to the wall. That doesn't make sense at all. The meaning is was annoying very much, and the example is the child behavior that was driving me up to the wall. Okay, don't make your mom driving her up to the wall, right? And then neck and neck. Okay, the meaning is exactly even. All right, the example is the two horses were running neck and neck. Take a look into the picture. So that is the running neck and neck. Okay, and next is fair and square. The meaning is fairly, without any cheating, everybody. For example, we won the competition fair and square. It's mean, yeah, that's so satisfying when you're joining the competition and the competition are running smoothly, fair and square. Yeah. Next, rags to riches. The meaning is go from being poor to rich. Okay, the example is she has gone from rag to riches in a month. Alright, you're supposed to learn very hard to be able to go on from rags to riches, of course. And then this one that is most relatable to this weather recently, raining cats and dogs. The meaning of raining cat and dog doesn't mean the cats and dogs were falling down from the sky to the ground, no. But the meaning is very happy rain, or in bahasa we call it hujan yang sangat lebat. Okay. The example is the weather was terrible. It was literally raining cats and dogs. Yeah. And then airs and graces. Airs and graces is think one is better than everyone else. This is kind of a little bit arrogant. Yeah. Ever since she has won a talent show, she has given herself airs and grace. Alright, this one, the things that also doesn't make sense. The skin of one teeth. It means is your teeth have the skin? Right. The meaning is narrowly or barely. The example is we managed to complete the HBL task on time by the skin of our teeth. It means narrowly or barely. Alright. Now, at the drop of a hat, the meaning is instantly or without hesitation. The example of the sentence is I can't go rushing off to Jakarta at the drop of a hat. I need to think about it first. So yeah, when you doesn't even think about it before and you do that action, so that's at the drop of a hat. Nah, this one, you might feel this when you feeling sick or unwell. Under the weather means I'm under the weather, so I'm so sorry today I cannot join the HBL. So that's under the weather. Shina was feeling under the weather, so she decided not to go to school. And the next idiom is down in the dumps. The meaning of this is miserable or unhappy. For example, she's a bit down in the dump because she failed one of her exam, everybody. Means I feel down in the dump for nowadays because I feel, bored. The HBL is going always to be like this. Be tough, everybody. Okay? Next, hit the road. The meaning is to leave. To leave it to one place to the other place. Okay? For example, there are many things to consider before you hit the road. Right? Doesn't mean you make the road broken by pushing down the hammer like in the picture. But this meaning is to leave. Alright, through thick and thin, everybody. Through thick and thin, it's mean both good and bad times. Alright, the example is he stood beside his friend through thick and thin. Wow, that's a really best friend, yeah, if you can together through thick and thin. Nah, that's it. That's all the idioms that we have. There's already 17. Now let's go on into the present and past tense. Ms Astri will review about this a little bit because in real life story we mostly use past tense and also present tense. That is why here Ms Astri will give you the formula or the example of present and past tense, and later after this my friend will explain to you more or will give you more example of present and past tense. Alright, present tense, is a grammatical term used for verbs that describe action happening right now, or this is a habitual action, everybody. Okay, take a note in your notebook, don't forget. The formula of present tense is subject plus verb 1, which is aided by s or es. It depends based on the verb itself and it depends on the subject itself, plus object. For example, I or you or they or we. Usually we use go for the regular verb example, to school by bus. But what if the subject is he, she, or it? So you're supposed to add the es, after the verb to show that the object is she, he, or it. So become she goes to the school by bus. That's the present tense. Let's go on into the next example of the present tense. I take the motorcycle to the office, because so the regular verb is take, so it's usual. I take, we take, they take. Now what about he, she, or it? It's become he, she, or it takes the motorcycle to the office. It means you have to add the s because it uses the subject of he or she or it. Everybody get it? Now, let's go on to the past tense. Past tense is a grammatical term used for a verb that describes action happened or existed before now, or it's already happened in the past. The formula is subject plus verb 2 plus the object. Later we will go deeply into the past tense, but this is only kind of review, okay? For example, I, you, they, we, okay? Just like in present tense before, it is go to school by bus. Or he, she, or it goes to the school by bus. But if it is in the past tense, sorry, that is past tense, not present tense. Past tense is become I went to school by bus. So go become went. So the first verb is go, second verb is went, third verb is gone. Alright. Next, another past tense formula. I take the motorcycle to the office, and then he takes the motorcycle to the office. And if it is changed into past tense, it will change into he took the motorcycle to the office yesterday. Okay, just like go become went, take become took. That's what we call irregular verb, right? If it is only added by ed, like work become worked, open become opened, opened. Now, that's what we call regular verb. Alright, now after this, Ms Astri will show you a video by Ms Astri's friend. So better check it out. So I hope you will be more understand about the past and also the present tense formula. Alright, let's check it out.
Today is Twinkle Primary School's Sports Day. Hooray! And all of the children are taking part in their favourite events. Meet Amir. Amir jumps in the sack race. Which word is the verb in this sentence? Remember, usually verbs are action words that tell us what someone is doing. That's right. The verb here is jumps. That is what Amir is doing right now. We call this the simple present tense. Because there is only one Amir, we add the suffix s to the verb to make the sentence sound correct. Let's have a look at what some of the other Twinkle Primary School children are up to. Meet George. George bounces the egg on the spoon. So where is the verb here? Well done. The verb here is bounces. Again, this is written in simple present tense to show George is doing the action now. And we add this suffix s to the verb to show that we are only talking about one person. Mira and Sophie are also competing. Mira and Sophie run in a three-legged race. Can you spot the verb used in this sentence? Of course, the verb in this simple present tense sentence is run. This time we don't add the suffix s because we are talking about more than one person doing the action. What an exciting day! And after all those exciting events, guess what happens? The children in Green Team win the Sports Day trophy. Congratulations, Green Team! What verb did Green Team do here? Yes, you've got it. In this simple present tense sentence, the verb is win. The sentence talks about something that is happening in the present to the children in Green Team. What a fantastic yet tiring day. I bet all of these competitive children need a good night's sleep. So, if time passed, how would the children talk about their sports events during the following day? What tense would we use then to discuss events that had already happened? When events have already happened, we usually write about them in simple past tense. How was the verb changed in this simple past tense sentence? Yesterday, Amir jumped in the sack race. The verb jump has turned into its past tense form, jumped. Most verbs change into past tense by adding the ed suffix to them. Let's look back to what George did yesterday. During Sports Day, George balanced the egg on the spoon. How has this sentence changed to show that this event is in the past? Again, this sentence now contains the past tense verb balanced, which has been created by adding the ed suffix. Sometimes though, creating the simple past tense is not so easy. Let's look back to the present tense sentence from yesterday about Mira and Sophie. Mira and Sophie run in the three-legged race. How would the verb run change if we talked about the girls running in the three-legged race yesterday, in the past? We don't just add the ed suffix to the end of run to change it into the past tense. It wouldn't be right to say that Mira and Sophie runned in the three-legged race, would it? Of course not. We would actually say, yesterday Mira and Sophie ran in the three-legged race. Ran is an example of an irregular past tense verb, where the verb doesn't follow the usual rules when it's changed into past tense. Can you remember what happened to the children in Green Team on Sports Day? Which irregular past tense verb needs to be in this simple present tense sentence? Yesterday, the children in Green Team, the Sports Day trophy. Excellent work! We wouldn't say that Green Team win the Sports Day trophy. We would say, yesterday, the children in Green Team won the Sports Day trophy.
Alright everybody, after you watch the explanation from Ms Astri's friend, now it's time to have a quiz of present simple and past simple. Nah, the thing that you have to do is you might answer by yourself. Is the sentence written in present simple or past simple? In the present tense or past tense, okay? You can start to guess it is. Okay, the first sentence is Natalia spells very well now. Is it present or past tense? Yes, it is. The answer is, this is present tense. Correct. Well done. Let's go on into the next one. I went to the shop earlier. This is past tense or present tense? This is past tense because take a look into the verb. It is went, and this is the verb too, everybody. Past tense. Next. Is it past tense or present tense? Dad cooks dinner for me. Past or simple? This is present because take a look into the subject. Dad. The verb cooks because dad is he. That is why after the verb you have to add s. Okay, understand? Next. Is it past tense or present tense? Vincent solved the puzzle. Take a look. The verb is solve with ed. Is it past tense or simple? Past tense or present? Yes, it is past tense. Okay, next. Mom went to work. Is it present or past tense? It is past tense because it is in a verb to after the subject of mom. Good job, everybody. Now, she plays the keyboard. It is present or past tense? Take a look into the verb and also subject she with s and verb 1. Yes, it is present simple. Okay, next. Ben caught the bus to school yesterday. Is it past or present? Ben subject. And then caught. The first verb is catch. This is the second verb. Caught. Is it past tense or still present? Yes, it is past tense. Okay. Well done, everybody. If you answer all of them correct, now this is the time for you to do the exercise in the Google form. Ms Astri will put the question or exercise from the idioms and also from the past tense and the present tense. Okay. So please do the exercise. This is the link that Ms Astri has already input in the assignment. That's all for the English lesson today. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.